houseplants are more popular than ever these days, and every plant parent wants their plants to thrive. They want them to be special no matter what season it is. Here to debunk some common houseplant myths is our own plant daddy, Dale K, everybody. That's right. See, now Dale, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I've been called a lot of things.
Yeah.
Plant God, plant this, plant that. Never plant daddy.
Well, because for people not in the market, Dale on the new show, the Serious Show, he's the garden guy. Here, we're a little more irreverent. You're the plant daddy. That's right. Yeah. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
You know what? I'm doing well. I see vodka on the table. I just
that's just a little thing we do. That's a little. It's not really even part of the segment.
Okay, we're debunking common houseplant myths. Where are we starting, buddy?
Right over here. So there is that myth of don't repot in the winter. And of course, we're moving towards the winter months. Well, it's really actually not true because plants, particularly houseplants, are actively growing year-round. So just because it's winter, they don't know it's winter, right?
The plants don't know.
No, it's like 60 degrees or something, 70 degrees in our home. They don't really know it's winter, except, of course, daylight does get a little bit shorter. But you can repot in the winter months. So
you can.
You can. You just got to make sure that firstly, the pot has a hole in it. The one on top there, the blue one.
This one?
Yep, that's what we call a drop-in. It's a decorator pot. No hole in the bottom. You don't want to use that. The other one underneath has a drainage hole in it. You want to make sure you use that.
Hole.
Make sure.
Hole? No hole. There we go.
You want the hole.
Yeah.
Then also.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm still stuck on garden daddy thing.
No. Plant daddy. Okay, continue.
You said don't screw this up.
I know.
Okay,
because it's big time now. You're in all these cities. Say hi to Orlando.
Well, actually, I'm going to be there in a few months. We'll talk about that in the next segment. Good quality potting soil, and then also you want to make sure, I'm coming, Orlando, I'm coming. And then also you want to make sure that the plant is actually kind of root bound and does need repotting. So that's roots coming out the bottom, roots coming out everywhere.
Okay, next.
Don't overwater it, or if your plant's wilting, it needs water.
That's a myth?
That's a myth. It's not necessarily true. You want to make sure that you check the plant visually, and then also just put your fingers in the soil, because overwater and underwater will have the same effect on the plant. They'll start to droop, and particularly, I got this lovely little Poinsettia poinsettia, which even if it's kind of drier or next to a heating vent, that'll cause it to droop. That might mean it needs water. But if it's too wet, it'll droop as well. And what we tend to do is love our plants to death. So if they're drooping, all of a sudden you start to hit them with fertilizer.
I'm sure everyone does.
Vodka, water, everything else, right? To help them along. That's not true. So the best thing to do is just visually or inspect the plant itself.
Okay, next myth, that's what we're debunking. Coffee grounds, beer, banana peels are all fantastic fertilizers.
So
no?
Not really true. Part true, but not true. Okay, so if you put banana peels just right in the pot or something like that, or coffee grounds, there's a decomposition that actually happens. So it can get a little bit smelly. So what you want to do, coffee grounds are okay, banana peels are okay, anything organic like that, but they're better off in the compost, and then go ahead and use compost in your potting soil and fertilizer, rather than just putting banana peels directly on top of a pot.
Okay, I've been
and coffee grounds and beer for that matter.
Yeah, because Starbucks, there's a Starbucks in Princeton that they give their grounds away,
right,
and they tell you to use it in their garden,
yeah, in the ground. In compost is good.
Okay,
just not on top of the soil. But I think if you're in the office and you got that swill that's left, that little bit of coffee swill that's left.
Yeah,
you can just
pour it in your plant.
Just give it a little bit, not too much. No milk though. No milk.
No milk. Don't give your plant milk.
No French vanilla.
No PSLs in your plant. Yeah.
And while we're talking booze and plants, vodka will actually help stunt some bulbs. So if you've got paper whites, if you're doing those seasonal paper whites, and they stretch on you or they race away on you, a little bit of vodka or gin, 1 part booze, 7 parts water, that will help stunt.
That's how I drink it.
Yeah, in Australia we do it a little differently.
Yeah.
Put them.
Hey, before I move on, I don't want. Am I missing this? What was this?
If you're having trouble figuring out whether your plant needs water or not, they do make little testers. I just use my finger.
Okay, got it. Next, gravel
In the soil.
Yeah. Gravel. Thank you for clarifying that, Dale.
Some time had passed between vodka and dirt.
I get it. Next myth: gravel in the bottom of a pot.
So you generally don't need it, and two different consistencies of soil will actually start to cause problems. Water won't percolate down into that gravel layer. So if you're using a good quality potting soil, that Bob's your uncle. That's all you need. No gravel at the bottom of pots.
Okay. Next, feeding plants when they're sick. We already kind of did that, didn't we?
Yeah, kind of like, it's kind of the same thing. Loving them to death.
Go to the next one, cactus, right? Cactus don't need water.
So here we go. All plants, no matter who they are, what they are, they all need light to some degree, and they all need water
even
to some
cactus.
degree. Even cactus. A lot less. Great for a plant that, great for somebody that doesn't have a green thumb. But a little cactus garden like this, particularly when they're actively growing or in bloom, need a little bit of water once every 2 weeks, once a month. Give them a drink. They'll love you for it.
We have one more myth and more with Dale when we come back. Stay with us. We're back in a moment. Look who it is. Dale, did you see I'm a full-service host? That beautiful lady was cold, and I gave her an Afghan right there. Yeah.
You are one of the best hosts. So I came in, I was doing the news on a different thing, and I walked back in this studio, and there's this guy with the vacuum cleaner, the push vacuum cleaner, making sure that little rug there was clean. And
Drew Barrymore don't do that. Thank you. Yeah. She doesn't do. She probably does, actually. She does, yeah. Okay, can we get to the last myth? Misting creates humidity before we move on.
So there's the talk of, okay, you get a little mist bottle, and at this time of year, of course, houseplants, there is no indigenous houseplant, right?
Okay.
Just some adapt better to being indoors than other plants.
Yeah.
So they like humidity. Up in the northern climate, not so much in the southern climate, but in the northern climate, homes get a lot drier when we're running our furnaces, and a little misting will help create some humidity. Well, it's really just a really quick fix. It's like a quick hit. It dries and it doesn't really do anything.
Got it.
The best thing to do, and I've kind of, especially if you're going away on vacation over the winter months, group your plants together, like tight together. They'll actually create their own little bit of humidity being close together. Also,
that's awesome.
Yeah, they'll just inherently do that. And you can put them in the bathtub too, and they just kind of keep them in there. And
everyone right now is going, what? Yeah.
You can also deploy a little. Whoop, I'll just hold that up there.
Yeah.
There's little plant humidifiers you can purchase, or if you've got a humidifier at home, that will do the trick as well. And then last but not least, if you have a terracotta saucer, just some gravel on the bottom, fill that up with water.
And then put your plant in it?
Then put your plant on top, maybe a grouping of them. That creates a little humidity biosphere, and that plants will actually love you for it.
Love it. Okay, let's move to winter houseplant care. Changes people should make in the winter. Where are we starting, Dale? Okay,
let's start with just probably the best care that you can do, and that's making sure that you keep your leaves clean. You notice, when I don't clean my house a lot, I'm kind of like one of those.
Okay, Dale.
But every now and then, you got somebody coming over and you got to wipe the Swiffer, around the TV. You know, right?
Yeah.
When you do that, give your plants a wipe as well.
Yeah.
Now, if you're one of those people that every 5 minutes you're going around with a Swiffer, then every 5 minutes, go ahead and
Swiffer your. And please shoot video of that and send it to us.
The dust will actually really clog your pores of your plants. So you think of how dusty our homes get in the winter, that ends up landing on your plants, so keep them clean. There's little plant wipes that you can deploy. You can buy a little leaf glove that you put on your hands.
They have plant wipes?
Yeah,
Now that's a racket right there. That's a racket. Okay, I'm just joking. Okay.
A cloth will work a damn cloth will work just fine.
What else do we have here, buddy?
Okay, being vigilant on pests. As soon as we bring plants inside, oftentimes pests come in as well. One little plant hack that you can do is and we'll actually do this industrially in greenhouses, anything yellow fungus gnats, if you've got problems with fungus gnats at home, around your veggies or in your house plants, a little yellow Post-it note just like this, And then what you do is you give it a good dab of
Honey?
real honey, paint that on. You don't have to stand back. It's not going to...
No, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. I
thought someone was coming at me.
No.
Give that a brush.
Yeah?
And then the Post-it note, you can stick that on your fridge, on your kitchen cabinets.
Oh, okay, no, that's $35 million. I wouldn't put that on there. Yeah.
So
there we go.
Wherever you got your...
Oh my God. Fox engineers are running in here right now. With dart guns.
They're fine.
Yeah, okay.
So you can put that just pretty much anywhere, and the fungus gnats are attracted to the yellow, they get stuck, and then Bob's your uncle, you got them.
Plant Daddy, we have 1 minute. Pick your poison. What do you want to end with? Give us your grand finale. 1 minute to go. Go, Plant Daddy.
I'm going to continue back with where I was. The other thing is this little product here. It's a systemic insecticide. If you are having problems with pests, you don't have to spray. You don't want to spray indoors over the winter, so that works quite well. And then I mentioned it earlier. We do have less light at this time of year, so any type of supplemental light for those plants that need a little additional light will go a long way.
My show is better when you are on it, and I appreciate it.
No, I'm sticky.
I'm trying to shake your hand, for heaven's sake.
It's all sticky.
Oh, I don't want your honey hands. No, I'm good.
I'm going to be in Orlando. That's where all the house
plants. Oh, tell people why are you in Orlando?
Okay, so you might not know this, but
now make it short, for heaven's sake. But tell the people.
The red light's on it. We're good. North of Orlando, there's an area called Apopka, and then south of Miami, there's another area called Homestead. If you bought a houseplant recently, good chance it comes from there. I go down there every winter. Go check out some fabulous houseplants.
And when you see them around Orlando, just go, "Hey, Plant Daddy." There we go. Tips, more plant tips, gardening questions, more tips. Follow Dale on Instagram, Dale K Garden Guy. Back after this. Back in a moment.